I am 48 years old and I am broke. When I say broke, I mean $0 broke, no money. And I am burnt out to the core, and I'm done living like this. I have worked in group homes and nonprofits for over 25 years now. I've poured my heart into my job, gave it everything I got, but I'm burnt out. I don't have any more to give. Between rising costs, bills, broken appliances, I hit my breaking point. I knew I had to try something different. If you're at your breaking point, comment enough. See you later.
I don't know what most people are going through, but it would seem like there's a lot of people that have a hidden amount of issues and problems and debt. And some people own a house or they're paying a mortgage on a house, but they just so happen to be house poor. It is hitting people all across the board. And I think that the majority of it, because a lot of people don't want to really say, well, I made bad decisions and, I did some bad things in my life and it didn't necessarily translate into me having success, or I mortgaged my future by having fun right now, or, I took out a student loan that wound up costing me quadruple and I still haven't paid it off. And so a lot of times we get involved with bad decision making, but we don't want to take accountability, which I found is the first step to really getting yourself out of that situation in the first place. And so what people do is they expect to live a certain life, or they say, yo, like this woman said, I'm flat broke and I poured everything into my job. But they didn't realize that the job was just a means to an end. It was an opportunity for them to make as much as they possibly could, and then for them to translate that into a sustainable living. Contrary to popular belief, your job is not your identity. All right, I want to be very, very clear with this. Your job is not your identity. It's not your job's responsibility to make sure that you are taken care of for the rest of your life. It is your responsibility to trade in your time for money and then use that money to make sure that you are good for the rest of your life. If you are not saving when you are younger, if you are not investing when you are younger, and if you are in your 20s or you in your 30s, that is the most ideal time for you to invest in yourself. But the first thing that you have to do is take responsibility. The second thing that you have to do is you have to make sure that you lower your lifestyle. And we don't want to lower our lifestyle. We want to ball out now. We don't want to save anything for later. The smartest people only use 10 to 20% of what it is that they take in order to run up a bag. But again, people will feel entitled and say, well, it's hard out here. The rent is this much. You don't have to necessarily live in the places where the rent is that much.